Hi everyone, welcome back to Fashion with Sort Out YouTube channel. It's been a while and today I'm going to be taking you through how I made this gorgeous traditional attire Aso-oke wear. Okay, if something you would like to learn, let's get going. So these are my fabrics. I have this tappeta here, right? Shiny tappeta and then the Aso-oke. This is how Aso-oke comes. This ones is not the one you will have to join. It came in pack, and then I will first do the measurement so that you will know peradventure you want to get your own how it comes. So now I take my tape rule. You can see how the edge is. I will just place my tape rule not on the fringe but where the fabric itself start, and then I will measure. Okay, so that's 60 inches. Okay, because the pool is no longer than that now, so I have 18 inches extra. That is 78 altogether without the fringe. Okay, but if you want to consider the fringe, so it's something you can measure together so that you know the length of what you have, and then I will measure, that's the length. I will measure the breadth so that we will know how many yards in yards what we have there. Okay, so the first one is 43 inches, as you can see. So I have 43 inches in two places. So let's proceed to the measurements, the main measurement. I'm starting with the upper part of the dress, and then I have my basic pattern drawn out, as you can see, and the chest line, like you see, is 8 inches. I'm just going to label it. That's the chest line, which is 8 inches. I have the bust point on the bust length, and then the half length. 2 inches extra will serve as our sewing allowance, and then so we'll proceed to imputing our basic circumference. We'll start with marking the neck width, which is 3 inches. I'll mark 3 inches there, and then come to my shoulder line and mark half inch there to make the shoulder slant. I'll connect the 2 points together, and afterwards I'll find the midpoint of the shoulder line. Okay, so there I have 4 inches. I'll mark the 4 inches and then come out by half inch, you see. And then so I'll take my cuff ruler now and connect the point to form the armhole cuff, like so. Do you see? So after that, okay, I'm connecting the armhole cuff, and then we'll come to mark out our dart. Now I'm marking 4 inches all the way from the bust point right there to the half length. I'm marking from 0.5, and then I'll connect the points together. The next we are going to do now is to, because we are using bustier, right, I'm going to come in on the under bust line and then mark 1.5 inch inward and outward. I mean on both sides. Mark 1.5 inches on both sides. Then I'll come to the half length and then mark 1 inch on both sides. Now the next is to connect the lines together. I mean the half length line to the allowance line. They are both 1 inches, and then I'll go ahead and connect it to the under bust line, like so. Do you see? Okay, remember we use 1.5 there on the under bust line and 1 inch at the half length. The next is to take my cuff ruler and cuff out that bust area, like so. Do you see? We'll cuff it in, we'll connect by cuffing it in with our cuff ruler on both sides. After that has been done, we'll proceed to extending the chest line to the other side. Do you see? I'm just going to connect it like that. We're actually using an equine neckline, and so to get it accurately, that's why I extended the line to the other side. The next I'm going to do is pick my tape rule and then mark another 2 inches upward, because I won't like the cleavage to be so revealing. So I'll mark 2 inches upward and then connect it to the shoulder line, like so, right? After that has been done, I'll come to the neck area, come up from the under bust. I'll connect the line to the new line I just marked out. You see, I didn't stop at the chest line. I extended the line to the new line I just formed over there. And the next thing I'm going to do is to avoid gaping rather on that chest. I'm going to come in and out by half inch each rather. So I'm going to come in and out half inch like so, and then connect it to the bust point to curve, to make that bust point curvy enough on that side also. Do you see? Now after that has been done, I'll come to the neckline and then connect the left line to the right part of the points. I hope you understand what I just said. The neck point is connected to the side, to the right side of the point, okay? And then I'll come down by half inch and then make a curve to connect it to the other line, the other side of the point. You make it, when you are curving, when you are joining it, you make the curve up like so that it form that sweetheart neck. Do you see what I just did? Okay, so that is that to our neck area. I will go ahead and shade out the parts that will be cut out, I mean the dart area. Okay, so after that has been done, we proceed to imputing our body circumference. Now the bust measurement we are working with is 37 inches. What we are going to do is divide the 37 by 4. That gives us 9.25. And then I'm going to add the darts that I'm going to cut off at that neck area, 1 inch. That's 10.25. And then I'm going to add extra 2.5 inch to it as my sewing allowance. That's 14 altogether. I will extend the 14 to the bust point, and then we'll come to the under bust length. The under bust circumference we are working with is 32 inches divided by 4, that's 8. And then I'm going to add 3 inches that I'm going to cut off at that line, okay, and then add my sewing allowance. Altogether I have 13.5. I'll come to my half length, the same half length I have, the same measurement circumference I have at the under bust length is what I'm going to have at there too. So I added everything with the dart and the dart allowance and the sewing allowance, and I have it that way. I'm going to connect all the points together and then we'll do the cutting. So this is basically how to draft our sweetheart neck and a queen neckline. So I'm going to cut off everything and then we proceed to the back. So guys, after cutting the whole thing, this is the way we have it. So we have the center part, the sides, and then the yoke. We'll proceed then to the back. Now for the back, the basic lines have been drawn out, and then we proceed to marking the shoulder slant of half inch, then the neck width of 3 inches. That is from the zipper allowance. You see that the zipper allowance has been drawn out. I marked half inch downward on the shoulder line and then connect the points together. We'll proceed to marking to make the armhole curve. I marked the half just like I did to the front, but this time around I didn't go in by half inch, and then I connect the points together, and that makes our armhole curve. Now I will mark out the dart line, okay, from the zipper allowance, not from the zipper allowance, from that line. As you see me place my tape rule, I'm going to mark 4.5 inward like so. I'll mark it on all the lines, the bust point, the under bust length, and then the half length, and then I'm going to connect the lines together to form the under bust tab, I mean the back dart. Now because I want it to rest well at that half length, I'm going to come inward, I mean the allowance part, by half inch on both sides, and then I'm going to just take the line straight to join the bust point line like so. Do you see? That is for the back to rest well. Now I'm going to go ahead and impute all the body circumference just like we had it at the front and connect all the line. The next I'm going to do is take my ruler and extend the chest line to the zipper line, right? And then on the zipper line I came down by 1.5 inches, right? Do you see? 1.5. That's what I marked downward. and then I'll also come to the chest line and come in by 5 inches. This is to form the arc curve at the back. I'm just going to connect the 2 points together like so. You see the way I'm cuffing my hand, right? I'm just going to connect the 2 points and then make the arc curve, right? I'm trying to bolding it so that you will see what I'm doing. And then so the next thing I'm going to do is extend the line, the zipper area like so. And so this is all we have for the back. I'm going to go ahead and cut everything out. So guys, after cutting the whole thing, this is what it looks like. So we have our back and then we have our front. So in order for us to manage our fabric well, we'll set the upper part aside and then we'll cut the down part first. Now I've gone ahead to fold the lining. I've folded, we're not even cutting on the Aso-oke directly, we're cutting the lining first. So I folded the lining, the front and the back, right? And then I folded it using the hip measurements because that's the biggest part of the body, and the hip we're working with is 40 inches. I divided it into 2, that into 4, that gave me 10 inches, and then I added 2.5 extra inches as sewing allowance. Coming to the waist, the waist measurement we are working with is 32 inches, and then I'm going to place my tape rule right there. 32 divided by 4, that's 8, and then I'm going to add 2.5 extra inches as the sewing allowance. Now because she's size 8, the hip circumference that will use, the length from the waist to the hip, the length I'm going to use is that 6x9 measurement. If you are used to my tutorial, you will know that I just don't mark a line, mark 2 so as to get that coffee shape of female figure. Now I mark 6 and 9, and then the hip measurements we are working with, just like I said, is 40 inches, and that is what we use in folding the dress. We'll proceed now to the nail length, from the shoulder to the nail, to the tip area of the nail, not the nail itself as such. I'm going to mark out 33 inches. So you see the way I place my tape rule, I placed it in a way that I've removed the upper part, and then I have a 34 inches. So I'm going to mark the 34. That's where this tip on the body starts from. So I'm going to, on that hip line, right, on that nail length, right, I'm going to remove 1.5 inch from the hip and then mark it there. Now the hip there, over there, is 12.5 now, plus sewing allowance, that's 12.5, and then I remove 1.5. So ultimately I have 11 inches on the nail length. Now I'm going to take my cuff ruler and then connect all the points together. But here, guys, I'm sorry I made mistake in the way I placed my tape, my cuff ruler. I later corrected it too. I connected it to the main measurements instead of on the sewing allowance. You can see the point right there, right? Now I'm just going to connect all other points, and then what I have on the nail length was what I extended down to the hem length, and then I made the corrections. So this was what I was talking about. Now this is the main thing. The inner line is so wrong. That was wrongly placed. So I've just corrected it, and then we have it accurately drawn out. Now I'm going to shade off that place so that you will know the line is so wrong. Now the next thing we are going to do is just go ahead and cut the whole thing out. Okay guys, so after cutting it out, I went ahead and divide the back part into 2, and then the next I'm going to set it aside. We are still going to work on the front. For the front, I'm going to fold the fabric again. I'm folding another fabric, and then I will place my front on it like so and cut the same thing I have there. So that means we are cutting 2 fronts. So guys, after cutting the 2 fronts, I will set one aside and then open the other one like so. I will open the whole thing. You know, it was on fold before. I open, I will measure out the main waist. You know, the waist measurement we are working with is 38 inches. Now I divided it by 2 to have the half of the whole waist circumference. That's 18. I just marked out 18 inches there from one edge to another, and then from that 18 I will come down by 1.5 inch, right? And then I'm just going to connect from that edge. I'm going to make a connect from that to 2 inches rather. From that 2 inches, I'm just going to make a line. I'm going to connect it to the edge of the other side, like so. I hope you get me. I hope I'm not confused you with my English. So I'm just going to connect it like so. Now we'll move down to the M area. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Then I came in from that edge. I came in by 6 inches, right? You can see it. What you mark there from this edge, I marked 6 inches inward, right? So I'm just going to take my ruler and connect this point to the waist area. Do you see the way I place my tape rule? From that 2 inches area that we marked initially, I'm just going to make it is a slant line. I'm just going to make the slant line and connect the whole thing together, right? Sorry guys, my camera is not covering that, but what I did was to connect the M point rather, to the waist point. Then take the scissors and cut the whole thing out. And also I've gone ahead to cut all the Aso-oke with the upper part pattern we made. This is the back, we see, and then this is the center of the back, and then we have the front. All I did was just to use all the patterns to cut the Aso-oke out. So guys, this is the front, and then we have the back, right? I'm showing you all that I cut. I couldn't cover all, so that's the back. And then we have that extra, the front flap that we cut out. We'll go ahead now and join the whole thing. Now I've joined this is the front part, right? I've joined it, and this is how it came out. I've also gone ahead to iron it. Because of the peculiarity of Aso-oke, I also went ahead to join the yoke, and you can see that the down parts of the yoke has been joined. This is because Aso-oke is a frame material. Now I've joined it. I'll just stitch it on it like so, right? I didn't join the yoke to the Aso-oke before joining lining. I joined them separate. Now this is what the back looks like. I've also joined the down part, the skirt area, right? So I have the front like so, that's the flap, and then I have the back, and then I'll go ahead and join the whole thing together and come back to show you the outcome. After joining it together, guys, this is what it looks like. I've joined the shoulder, as you can see, and then the down part to it. The next thing we are going to do now is take that flap area. The zipper has been joined, so you see the way the back is looking, and the inside, do you see the way it neatly came out? The next thing now is to fix the wrap area to it. The flap area. You see I've joined it, so, and I joined it all around because we are not stitching it to the upper parts now. It should be neatly sewn. So this is the way it came out. I'll just place it on it and then join the whole thing together. Guys, if you have stayed to this time, it's an assurance to me that you are getting value watching this video. Kindly give this video a thumbs up, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do well to subscribe now. So guys, I went ahead and fixed everything to the dress, and this is the way it came out. I used some lace. You can see 2 sleeves here, and then I went ahead to use some broken beads to make decoration on it, as you can see. And this is the outcome of the whole outfit. Very beautiful. In my next tutorial, I'll be showing you how I cut the sleeve, particularly the structure sleeve, not the lace sleeve. I will also show you how I cut the lace sleeve, but the structure sleeve will be shown in my next tutorial. Thank you guys for staying true to the end of this video. I love you all. See you in my next tutorial. And these are my couple. This is my couple looking radiant on their day, and happily they rock the dress. See you in my next tutorial, guys. Bye.